These are two different workflows that I've used in the past for stock photography. One that I'm using right now that costs me a little bit of money but saves me a lot of time, or the way I did it for 10 years, it was completely free, but it took more time. Are we ready? All right off the bat, this is not sponsored. This is something that I'm using. I'm paying for this software and I think it's worth bringing up to your attention. And I'm talking about ImStocker Studio. It's a way to keep your stuff organized. You can upload from here, you can submit to certain agencies from here, and you can keep your folders with little checks to see what's been uploading, what hasn't. If there was any mistakes, you can redo and you can, anyway, it's a studio. It's a way to keep everything organized. You can also keyword from here using either the paid version, which I'm using, ImStocker Vision, which costs about $100 a year, or using just their website where you can copy and paste keywords and synchronize throughout your whole catalog. So what my workflow has always been editing with Lightroom. So you go to Lightroom, you process your photos, and once you're done processing, I export them all into a folder. This folder is gonna be stock photo uploads 2024, just as an example. Here I have my editorials and my royalty-free photos. So you can do two different folders or however you want to organize it. Let's do this. Stock uploads. So we have all of our uploads in one folder, and I keep exporting every photo that I process into this folder. Then we have our royalty-free images in another folder. And then I have editorials in a different folder. And I just keep exporting every day. Lightroom organizes everything by day, by month, by year. So if you just process day by day, you're not gonna miss any. And when you see that you already edited one day, you can go to the next day and just keep putting all those photos into that folder. When you have 500 to 1,000 images, now you can, it depends on your volume of shooting, now you can start putting them in smaller folders. So you could do anywhere from 20 images at a time or 100 images at a time. And that's in a subfolder of that royalty-free or that editorials. Chances are you might shoot less editorials, so we'll keep those to 10 or 20, and we'll keep the royalty-free at 100 images at a time. That's what I've done. And the reason I break them up after I have so many photos is so that I can mix and match so that they're not all from the same day or the same subject. This way, they're not gonna get rejected for being similar images, and you're gonna spread them out with the algorithm so you get more of a chance of getting those photos found. So, kinda like that. I don't know if you can make any sense of that or if I'll flip the camera. Now, when we do our folders like this, now we can take that into ImStocker Studio. If you want a keyword in Lightroom, go right ahead. You can do all that and then export the pictures with those keywords attached to the metadata. Or you can bring them to ImStocker Studio, and here you can either send them to ImStocker Vision, which is all AI generating keywords, titles, and descriptions. It's not perfect, I'll say that. Sometimes the words you're like, what? But it saves me a lot of time. Once I have them there, I can just go through the words quickly, similar photos, I can copy and paste so that it's not taking a long time. Now, I was asked about the cost, and ImStocker Studio, as an uploader, it uploads everything via FTP, by the way, so you can upload to any agency. It costs $30 a year. Some people, to save time, were using things, some of those uploader agencies like Wirestock or some of the other ones. And Wirestock, they took, I think it was 15%. So if I made $100 a month, I'm paying them $15 a month. In 2 months, I'm already paid for a studio. So you can see the price difference. If you're only making $50 a month, you're paying them $5 or $7 a month. You're still better off with something like ImStocker Studio. And again, this is not sponsored, but I do have a referral link in the video description if you're interested in something like this. There might be other softwares up there. This is the only one I've used that I can recommend because I've used it and I pay for it. ImStocker Vision, like I said, it's about $100 a year, and you can do up to 1,000 photos or 2,000 photos a month, which is, it's a lot to keyword and add the titles, descriptions, and all of that stuff. and you don't have to use it that way. You could tag one and then just copy and paste through the other ones that are similar. Super easy, especially when it comes to video. I hate keywording videos and keeping the spreadsheets and keeping all that. Very time consuming. So to have a software like this that can do it for me, in my case, it's worth it. With ImStocker Studio, it's a desktop software. They don't keep a commission, they don't do anything like this. They just charge 30 bucks a year to manage your account, and that's an FTP upload. Things like FileZilla, which is a different type of FTP, you have to buy the program, and again, it's like 12 bucks a year, and they don't manage like ImStocker Studio manages your account. Now, when I was using Wirestock, I had about 1,000 photos with them, and they were distributing to all the other agencies, and then they changed their format. Now they do all AI. So I closed that account, deleted my photos, had to wait 90 days so that I could re-upload those images to all the other agencies. So I don't like using these distributors because you never know what's gonna happen with their business plan. The workflow is pretty simple. ImStocker Studio will give you little checks and it'll tell you uploaded to 9 agencies or you uploaded to 10, whatever many agencies you use. They also have plugins that you can submit directly to like Shutterstock, Getty, or Pond 5, and some of the other ones that like they will literally submit those photos for you. You can do your categories, your country you shoot from, like all that information you can include here. Other ones they don't submit to, they don't have that plugin yet, but they've been evolving and growing as a company, so I could expect that to be up at any moment. So this is what I'm using now because I'm too busy to do it all manually. Years ago, I was doing this, again, by hand. So the best way I found was to get a piece of paper. I know I'm talking about getting organized and I could not find my ruler, so I'm using this. But when it comes to stock, I'm organized. You can get a piece of paper and just do a grid or a Excel spreadsheet. You write your agencies on top, and I don't know how many agencies you work with, but if you just do different lines, columns and stuff, and then okay, something like that. So you write your agencies on top. Shutterstock, Adobe, let's do Getty, Alamane, whatever. So you write your agencies that you're submitting on top, and then you write the numbers. Again, now we're using Lightroom for everything. We're processing the photos, we're going to Lightroom library, we're keywording, we're adding the descriptions, the titles. You can do this in Lightroom, and I used to do this 100% in Lightroom. You can use the free version of ImStocker Studio on their website for Keyworder, ImStocker Keyworder. It's completely free. What it does is that it finds similar images to the ones that you're doing, and then you can just copy and paste the keywords that are relevant. That can save you time and get different keywords that you weren't thinking about at the time. There's also things like Pixify. You can ask ChatGPT, but I found that by the time I end up describing the photo, I already have all the keywords in mind. So anyway, there's different tools we can use to do this in Lightroom. Once you have that, you export again. We do the same thing. We export to the main folder, stock photo uploads. Then we go to royalty-free and editorials, and you just keep building up with as many photos as you can. You keep building up that part. Then you can break them down into smaller folders. And again, the reason I like doing this is because you don't flood the market with the same subject. That way the agencies believe you're serious, you're gonna fool the algorithm because you're constantly uploading, and you're gonna get a better chance of getting most of those photos accepted and not rejected because of similar images. So again, you can name your folders by photo shoot, that's what I'm doing now, or you can do numbers. Doing numbers works just fine. You just start with 20, 40, 60. When you get to 30,220, you just keep adding those numbers and keep your spreadsheet as simple as can be. And the idea is simple. All you do is match the upload folders to the spreadsheet. That way you know what's uploaded and if you miss anything. Some people like to use different color check marks for uploaded and submitted, but that's up to you. Really easy. You can even do it on the computer if you want to go through the trouble of doing that. You could use different colors in Lightroom, so you can flag your images. Let's say 2 stars means they've been edited, 3 stars means they're keyworded, 4 stars means they're uploaded. There's so many different ways to do this, And I do have to tell you, I'm not an expert in every way there is, because I've only done these two methods. This is what's worked for me. Today, because of my time constraints and because of the YouTube channel, different jobs, different things that I'm doing, I chose to pay for this other ImStocker Studio and Vision to help me with time. I don't have to. I mean, I do now because I'm busy. This is just an option that we all have. If you want to do it by hand, completely free, just takes a little bit of time to organize. And I do highly recommend breaking it down into folders so that you have images to upload every week and stay consistent. That'll help you with the algorithm, more files accepted, and hopefully more sales. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope this was helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.